Hello everyone, today I am going to explain my assignment called Number Generator Game. In this project, the user is shown two random numbers and the goal is to select the larger number. The app keeps track of correct and incorrect answers and shows a result message based on the user performance. I'll first explain the view file and then the model file. In the uh, number generator view file, I use a stateful widget because the UI needs to change dynamically based on user interaction. Inside the state class, I created a connection with the model which allows the UI to use the game logic. I also define the important variables such as numbers, numbers which stores the current pair of random numbers, correct scores, incorrect scores, to track the user performance and result message to show the feedback like correct, wrong, win, or lose messages. I also created a getter called isGameOver, uh, which checks if the game should stop when the user reaches 10 correct or incorrect answers. I mean, especially in the init state method, I generate the first pair of random numbers when the screen loads by calling the model's generate number function. The main function handle uh, answer runs whenever the user taps on the numbers. Inside this function, I first check if the game is already over, and if not, I send the selected number to the model using check answer to verify whether it is correct. Based on the result, I updated the score and change the result message. If the answer is correct, the correct score increases. Otherwise, the incorrect score increases. I also display you win or you lose. When the score reaches 10 after each round, new numbers are generated so the game continues until it ends. In the UI section, I use uh, two elevated button to display the numbers, and when the user taps a button it triggers the handle answer function. I also display the result message, the correct and incorrect scores using rich text, and a restart button that resets the entire game state and starts a new game. This one is called. Now in number generator model, I handle all the game logic separately from the UI. I imported the dark math library to generate random numbers. Inside the class, I created a random object called random, which is used to generate numbers between 0 to 9. In the generate number function, I generate the first number normally and then generate the second number inside a loop to make sure both numbers are both numbers are not equal. This ensures the game always has two different numbers. After generating them, I return both numbers as a recorded containing number 1 and number 2. The second function check answer is used to check whether the user selected the correct answer. Inside this function, I find the larger number using a simple comparison between number 1 and number 2. Then I compare it with the user selected number. If the selected number is equal to the larger number, it returns true, meaning the answer is correct, otherwise it returns false. This separates the logic from the UI and makes the code cleaner and easier to manage. This is the game. Whenever I click larger number, it shows correct, and whenever click smaller number, it shows incorrect. When I restart, the game restart. Thank you.